If you park your car overnight in the city of Elmira, you know you have to move your car from one side of the street to the other under the odd-even parking ordinance. And if you don't, odds are you'll probably wake up with a $10 parking ticket.
Rachel and Christopher McAvoy have 2 cars, but only room for one in their driveway. So one of them has to park in the street, and when family comes to visit from out of town, they do the same. The McAvoys blame a lack of signage for the tickets they've gotten in the past.
There's just not many signs around for visitors to notice. The other thing would be if you're not paying attention coming off the highway, you really wouldn't know they're there.
Yeah.
You know, you have to be looking for them.
Then there's Brooke Dawson. With 3 very young children and a husband at work, odd-even parking is much more than just a hassle.
I park in the street daily here in Elmira, and with the alternate side of the street parking rule, instead of parking directly in front of my front door, every other day I have to take my 3 young children across the main street that people often speed down, sometimes parking several houses away. It's become a genuine concern and safety issue for me to get my children across the street safely.
So the question is, does the law do more harm than good for the residents of Elmira? The odd-even ordinance was originally passed to keep the streets swept in the summer and plowed in the winter. Residents say they understand the need to plow, but street sweeping?
I mean, a street cleaner, I've owned the house for 2 years. I've never seen a street cleaner.
Gerald Delaney has lived in Elmira for more than a decade. He wonders what's happened to the hundreds of dollars he's paid in parking tickets over the years.
It doesn't make much sense to me, to be honest, just to keep it around. If I have to pay for a ticket, you know, I'm feasibly paying into the system, but I'm not really getting anything out of it. I don't see a plow on this road. I didn't see a plow on the last streets I lived on. I mean, what am I really paying for? What am I paying attention to it for?
Current officials say odd-even exists so large city vehicles can access even the city's narrowest streets.
If it's only so wide and you can't get 2 cars comfortably down the street with parking on both sides, you're only going to get single-sided street parking.
The garbage trucks are probably almost as wide as a fire truck. And if, like I say, on the narrower streets, if you had cars legally parked where they had their wheels up to both curbs, you probably still couldn't get a garbage truck between them without possibly doing damage.
I asked Officer Sullivan if he thinks there are enough narrow streets that pose problems for oversized vehicles for the city to justify enforcing odd-even all year long.
Even if there's just one street and you're having a health issue and you're waiting for an ambulance, and the ambulance can't get there because they tried to come down the street and it's 2 cars and they can't get through. Now you've got to wait for them to either back up or somehow make a U-turn and go around and come in from the other direction if they can. I guess it makes a difference if you're the person laying there waiting for them or if you're the person across the street saying, what do we need odd-even for?
If you feel strongly about odd-even parking and want to see the law changed, the best way to do it is to reach out to your local city councilman. There's also an application online to submit concerns about parking to the Traffic Coordination Board review. We'll post a link to it on our website at WENY.com. Reporting in Elmira, DiMattei, WENY News.